Right. We're going live.
All right, fuck it, we're going live.
What's good again, world, geek world, toy collectors and hobbyists and everybody in between joining us for season 2, episode 4. Put it in the cart. Some people are running late, but they will be joining us. Here with my brothers in arms, my other co-host, Plastic Thunder, Mr. Johnny Quick, Mr. Hot Cheeto Fingers, Mr. Kristian. How are you two gentlemen doing this week?
Kicking it, baby. Just chilling,
Doing good.
Nerd shit. You know, we've all been at work, doing our thing, holding this geek energy back until the weekend. So, cut loose.
I feel it. So, it's pretty chill week, pretty straightforward week. Honestly, this weather's been super crazy out here in Southern California.
Yeah, it's been like cold and stuff.
Yeah, then like today it's like wanting to be sunny, and then like I'm pretty sure tomorrow is just going to be overcast. It was like kind of drizzling yesterday. I'm like, yo, make up your mind, SoCal.
Yeah,
Nature's really trying to drive the homeless people back inside, huh?
Something, I don't know, man. Here we go.
Hey,
Mr. Fidel, what's up, sir?
Hey, what's up, dudes?
What up?
Just swinging.
Just swinging.
But man, what's going on with me? Shit, lots of overtime at work, so I haven't had much time to do the stuff I wanted to. But I have had time to stop and spend money during the week, so I guess that's a plus. So I got a lot of shit as far as hauls this week.
Dang.
That's about it. Oh, and I watched Ant-Man. If that's just what it is.
I've never seen it. Was it bad or?
It was. Yeah, it's bad. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, unless you love Paul Rudd, I know a lot of people like Friends or whatever the fuck else he's been in, but it's just a Spy Kids movie with Paul Rudd, pretty much. For a lot of ways, we can go in on it later, but that's how bullet it. Give just brief summary right there.
Well, we'll get back into it because I have so many questions and like I want to go see it, but I don't really want to waste the time. But not just that, like I just feel like I'm like fatigued out with superhero movies. Like certain other properties, I'll still watch or continue to watch, but when it comes to Marvel, I'm just like, all right, like what else have we got? I want to get to X-Men already. So
it's not even like I don't even want to put it on for like background music or anything yet. Like it's just like
it's like one of the movies you'd have your nephews come over. I want to watch a Marvel movie. You'll put it on and act like you're not watching it, but you're like low key watching it. Like it's like that type of filler noise. Like
I feel that.
You don't gotta sit there and try to absorb this shit. It's just kind of there. You'll catch something, and then some bullshit will happen. You'll be like, oh yeah, this is why I'm not watching this movie. You'll go back to doing whatever the hell you're doing.
Yeah, I did that shit, and I was like, I wasn't watching it, and then I was like, damn, this shit's still on.
Yeah, it's one of them. But since I was going to talk about it here, I actually did sit through and watch it. So I took the abuse, so y'all didn't have to. I'm a martyr. Massachusetts.
Oh man, that's too funny. Well, we appreciate you, bro. You don't have to, but you really have been coming in clutch for the squad, so we appreciate it, bro.
No problem, man.
So who got loot this week? Or since the last time we've been on?
I got a few things. I told you guys I got that Frankenstein, that McFarlane one, and then I also bought the weapons pack, but I feel like it wasn't really worth too much. Like they had the pop cap gun for Harley Quinn, and they had a bunch of other kind of random stuff. I should have pulled it, but they had like ray guns and stuff in there. But it's like not much things that you could really use for most figures.
Yeah,
they even had like a blunderbuss in there, but it's like it's all cartoony. But I really bought it for the Frankenstein because I heard they're about to make a movie or a show about him, and they're gonna put the guy from Stranger Things, I forget his name, the guy who did Hopper.
Yeah.
But he's gonna play the Frankenstein character, and he's basically like a Hellboy dude. So I'm like,
wait, what show did you say he's gonna be in?
I forget the name of it, but it's like it's basically gonna be like a Universal Monsters.
Okay.
It's part of like his Gods and Monsters, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a James Gunn thing. Like it's part of their new initiative, but they're gonna do like basically the Universal monsters in some sort of Justice League type of deal.
Okay.
So yeah, I ended up grabbing it, and I'm like, I might add to it. I might like put some paint to it because McFarlane figures are cheap for the most part. Like you can buy them on clearance most of the time, and you can
Yeah.
just add to it and make it like a nice looking like $30 figure. So, but yeah, it's cool enough. And then I also followed Nick as well with the Beta Ray Bill.
Okay. All right.
The
Nice. What is bro's ab articulation like?
It's decent, man. Like it moves pretty fairly. Like it crunches just a little bit forward, but not as much as you would think because I guess there's like a little, I don't know if you can see, but that little V kind of gets in the way. And for the most part, he moves pretty well, like a standard like Marvel Legends, I would feel, but he just doesn't have the double jointed everything. But I feel like most of his joints give you 90. I think it's pretty well worth it, honestly. I know we talked about it, but it's kind of more bang for your buck than what Hasbro's been putting out. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit from Diamond Select. It's always the big characters. You can always roll those in with your Marvel Legends, and like you said, like more bang for your buck. Like sculpt wise, unless it's MCU, Hasbro's not going to give you unique sculpt 90% of the time. Like there's exceptions, but most of the time it's going to be a what they call kit bash. It's kind of repaint situation. So
yeah,
at least with Diamond, you're getting unique shit for these big ass figures. I'm pretty sure they're like $50 at most, right?
The Diamond Select?
Yeah.
No, they're like $30, man.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like you can get that big Juggernaut figure that's basically just a big old hunk of plastic.
Yeah.
I think you could get it for like 30 something bucks. It's pretty worth it, honestly.
Hell yeah. I've been sleeping. Got that Hasbro indoctrination. Been buying their shit for so long, I just only remember their product. Getting the options in there.
So what? Quick before like I skip over to Kristian. Like I honestly want to say, where'd you find the Frankenstein at?
It was on Amazon.
That's not a bad looking figure. Like really, it looks good.
It's really not, man,
cool.
And it's got hella articulation. Like honestly, I didn't expect it to like have as much range as it did. The only thing that I don't like is that it doesn't give you the full 90 with the elbow. But you can still point up the gun and everything and just kind of give him a good like pose. But Amazon had him for on the cheap. He was like $20, dude. And this is like a $35 figure or I think it's like one of those mega figs or whatever.
Yeah.
It's a huge figure, but like Amazon has those deals. Like sometimes people drop links and they'll say, "Oh, this one's on sale" or whatever. But it was super cheap.
Worth it for that price for sure.
Yeah.
Man, Kristian, so what you end up getting?
I haven't really picked up much. The last thing I picked up was at that show, and I got this Cad Bane for $5.
I saw that deal. That's a hell of a deal.
Yeah. I'm gonna 3D print a head for him and just swap it.
A head? What alternate head are you gonna put on there?
The Book of Boba
Probably
Fett.
from the show, yeah.
Like I'm not laughing at you, but I know what booth you're talking about because I know exactly. Like it was just like all those bins of loose toys, and I'm just like,
yeah.
I'm not going through that shit.
Yeah, it's like a bunch of McDonald's toys.
Mm-hmm. And I kept walking by, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not doing that. Like I wanted to, but I'm like, no.
That's like all I was looking for was like something I could dig through.
Man, y'all laughing, but McDonald's toys, there's like a low-key secondary market for a lot of that shit. Like it depends how far back you go, but certain people just have full collections of, like you walk into McDonald's, you see that little like plastic thing and it has all the individual toys. Yeah. Like some people there'll be certain ones that people just gotta have, they'll pay big money for.
Yeah, and then I got these two little Legos.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
Is that Sev? Is it Lego?
Yeah, I think so.
Is that awesome. It's got to be a custom, right? There's no way they like officially made.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. And then I got this little Kirby.
Oh.
Nice.
And that's about it for me.
Let me see. I'm honestly, I mainly picked up comic books. Trying to really complete this whole collection. I forgot pretty much what number I'm at. I think I had like the first 2-3 issues, but just going down that checklist. This is like a pretty good series. I like only for the simple fact that it just has Magneto talking shit to Tony Stark. Like the first 2 issues. This is why I love it so much. It's just like it's really like him just talking shit, and then like Cap is just telling Tony like, "Yo, you know this man could have just ripped your heart apart, right?" And he's just like, "I know. I just really wanted to see if you do it or not." So I had to get the Magneto not a hero series. This one I don't think I've ever read the series, but the cover looked pretty dope.
All right.
And
That's a good way to buy into a series, man. Just the covers.
I know, right? And then this, like, I was hoping that the guy had book 1, and he barely sold it, but then he was selling like all the graphic novels for like $5. No, best Cyclops, bro.
Yes, sir. I hope we get the rest of the astonishing team.
And then, like I said, I've been holding on to this one for like a few weeks now and whatnot, but pre-orders have been kicking my ass, bro. So maybe next episode I'll get into that, but I'm good on that.
They're all piling up. Is it just imports or what is it?
Imports, domestics. I'm trying to. It's like there's an X-Men wave in there somewhere. Somehow I don't know what's going on anymore. All I know is like my bank keeps hitting me up talking about you got to stop this, bro. Like
if you talk about an X-Men wave, it's probably the Chad Build-A-Figure wave because that's what's hitting right now.
So, but for the most part though, like so what about you, Johnny?
Well, I gave into my darkest desires and kept spending money on everything all week. I went and got the Chad Build-A-Figure X-Men wave, the whole thing, just going to Targets because they've been like the stock has been crazy, so it's been not hard to find it all. And then I got the X-Men wave, not X-Men, the Avengers wave with the definitive Hasbro Iron Man. Fight me.
I don't know if that one does it for me, but yeah, it's a pretty cool Iron Man.
Well, I guess for me, it's he rocked this through Civil War.
Yeah, for sure. It's that iconic like Civil War like Iron Man outfit. Looks really good.
2000s.
Yeah.
I got that. I mentioned the X-Men waves, and of course I got. Let me see if I can do this here. Hold on. Dick Grayson. I've been sitting here working on it while I was talking to y'all, but it's just fire, man.
That is dope. And those goons are so perfect. Did you end up finding like a lot of them? That's all.
Oh shit!
Damn, you did find a lot of them.
I went in, bro.
Damn.
Like Johnny is not playing around.
No, when it comes to like certain things that I know will have like value for me as far as creating, like I'll go all in on that shit. Because like 10 years from now, nobody's gonna might not even care about like MCU or specific looks, but like just a generic dude with a the criminal shiesty mask. This shit works. So I saw the value there and I just went for it. And I got them for $25, not $30, because the girl that sees me every morning at that Target, I was like, hey, these are, she wrote me up $30. I was like, hey, these are like $25. I don't know what to do. She said, fuck it, whatever. She just wrote them up for $25. So I saved, a little bit of money there.
You basically got one for free, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They get enough of my money with me coming in there buying army builders and shit. So I figured I deserved it.
So, question, like, what's the longevity that you see in these the Tracksuit Mafia figures?
Tracksuit Mafia, the red bodies specifically, the kind of moderate because how many? Unless you talk about like some blood gang type shit, the mileage is kind of specific. But as far as like the accessories go, having perfectly scaled Marvel Legends. Masked heads like this. I got 7 of these now. That's almost invaluable. You got the Molotov cocktails, the fucking crowbar.
I mean, they're perfect goons, and they come with like perfect like goons accessories.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
it's
Yeah, I mean, if you think of any encounter you had, like playing Spider-Man PS4, all those guys had some assortment of like all the shit these dudes come with.
Have you tried swapping the heads?
Well, I mean, I've tried swapping the stock shit. Let me see if I can swap a comic book head on there. See
Oh
that.
no, like the one with the mask, like onto another body.
Let's see.
I tell you, they're definitely going to give you more mileage than the dudes who use that hood figure. The one that's screaming.
Oh, nice.
That's sick.
Mutant terrorists. There you go.
That's
He's looking
pretty
like
dope.
the boys like universe right here.
That's cool for the most part. Like I'm glad that basically they're really gonna serve a purpose.
Gwen figure, just so I could see what the deal was with these, because I know a lot of people were shitting on them, saying they're basically like a McDonald's toy. But honestly, they're not much less articulated than like a standard Legends, even though they look cheap in the packaging.
Is that the Legends one?
Yeah, this is like the Marvel Legends kind of Spider-Verse specific wave.
I forgot to pull that. Yeah, but I got the Punk. I got the Spider Punk.
That's the one I was looking for all week.
Yeah.
I couldn't
I got
find
that one too.
What'd you say?
Oh, I said I got that one too.
This one or Punk?
No, Spider Punk.
Lucky. Shit, he's the one that I can't find. I got this, Gwen, I got Spot, and everything else. I found one Miguel, but I just didn't like him for.
I like that he doesn't have not the bicep, the butterfly joints. It's like kind of left money on the table with that one. Yeah.
Yeah, he's just it's sad. And like those same limitations are across the line, so that's why I tried to get a generic spider-ish type character to see how it felt. And for Gwen, this works because she's tiny, spindly, a little female. It kind of makes sense. But for like Miles, who's the Miguel, it's just a little weird. So I may or may not do it until they're like really cheap. But if I see Punk, I'm gonna grab him. But after that, maybe Spider-Woman, and then I'm gonna just chill until they're on sale. But she poses pretty well, honestly, as far as moderately articulated figures go. Oh, and the very last thing I got since the last time we were here was Tom King's Mr. Miracle trade price for $12. I heard a lot of people talk about this run, so I figured it'd be worth picking up. Just push through just to see what the hype was about. I kind of have it spoiled because I watched Unparalleled Universe talk about it, and he basically ran through the whole damn story, but I was like half focused doing something else. So I'm gonna just experience it, for the first time myself.
Yeah, with stuff like that, like I kind of like if something gets spoiled like that for me, like I kind of step away from it like after I know the spoilers. But seeing as I'm not really that invested, I'll just go back and I'll just wait some time and then I'll actually start reading it. Just kind of erases it for me, so that way I can just start off fresh.
Yep, that's it.
Oh man, dude.
That West Coast Adventures pack looks good though.
I'm not gonna spend too much time because I know people are just probably beating a dead horse with the whole fact that you're paying for like 2 brand new characters, but they've already had the other 3.
Yeah,
the Hank Pym is nice. I'm not too much of a fan of the Red Skull body, but I've seen other people make suggestions how they could use it for other stuff. I know Herb is gonna get mad, but I've seen like a cross picture of like you could use it for I guess like a comic book reference to G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
and then
you can use it for Xavier too, because remember he has that green suit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like he has like the rolled up sleeves. It's a green.
This is when he goes to the Savage Line, right?
Yeah, Savage Line. It looks good. It looks good for that.
I mean,
it's a good generic body buck. Like honestly,
the odds of Hasbro giving us Savage Land design characters is.
You never know, man. They're running out of ideas. Quite honestly, like just to be fair. they're kind of running out of ideas, and I feel like they're going back to the stuff like they're releasing Hawkeye in his like little scooter deal, and I'm like, you guys released the Hawkeye like a few years ago, and it's
Yeah.
the same thing. It's just recolored and like it's a new head, but for the most part, it's pretty much the same thing. You know?
Yeah, it's gotten somewhat abusive.
Yeah.
The head sculpts, they're nice. I'm starting to really feel as if like if you're gonna put something on a body like this, I think the articulation definitely needs to be updated. Like,
they're not going to do that, bro.
I mean, I know they're not, but at the same time, it's just like you're okay. Here's my argument on this one. Like, if you're hiking your prices not that much up, but like $5, supposedly over what McFarlane is doing.
Yeah,
and he's giving everybody like the bare minimums, and yet like you can see some of his figures clearance to like 20, whereas like Marvel Legends, they stay at like the $25-$30 price point, and like some of them are good. I'm not gonna discredit them.
Yeah,
but I'm tired of seeing this same articulation where it's just like basically it's just somebody just kind of moving in a T pose the whole entire time, and then like the ab joint. I know you can't really go that far much. I've never played with the Red Skull figure, but I'm assuming you can't go that far.
Nah, that dude's not gonna move too much.
Like even like this one, like I like it a lot. Like the Asiatics of it look cool and like the color of it, but it's just like the fact that you can't really do too much with it, like
for sure.
So I mean, I feel as if like the face sculpts are kind of saving them, but some of the as far as like the articulation, outdated stuff, it's time to just kind of move on or upgrade.
Yeah, there's definitely stuff lacking. Like I don't know, like this new era of I guess Hasbro isn't that much different from the previous era. Like it hasn't changed too much from the Infinite series.
Yeah.
Granted, they give you better face apps now. Like it looks a lot more, I guess, professionally done.
Well, that's because they're like I forgot what they call it, dot tracing or screen printing the faces on even the comic book figures now, and that's new. We didn't start getting that till this year.
It looks better, but yeah, they're giving you less hands, less accessories. Like this, I'm sure that Spider Woman, I forget what her specific name is, but I'm sure she's not gonna have like any webs attached to it, and a lot of these characters probably aren't gonna have multiple hands.
No.
Yeah.
Like my one, and then another one of my complaints is like 2 out of the 3 females in this 5-pack all have like they're all double jointed. I think this one is single jointed, isn't it?
Yeah, that one's single jointed.
And I've seen rectangular. I've seen Dante. They both made a mention about, I guess, swapping out the Lady Deathstrike arms to where like she has like the floating cloak over the wrist or something like that. But
you shouldn't have to. But yeah, kind of lame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That Iron Man is kind of. Yeah, I mean, like it's accurate, but it's not.
It's just not exciting.
It looks like a creamsicle, like like it just doesn't look
that. Pop?
Yeah, it doesn't look that good. Like it's I don't know.
Yeah, the details look soft on it, but I mean, what would you expect? I feel like this is for hardcore West Coast Avengers people, and that's not me. I'm not in that demographics, so this will be like a wait till clearance because I don't really care about supporting this that much.
Yeah, I thought those Venom figures were gonna clear out, like that they were just gonna sell out, but apparently they're on clearance right now on Amazon. The 3-pack Venoms, the one that comes with the standard like Eddie Brock, and then there's that purple Venom, and then the female Venom. There's so many Venoms, bro. I don't know their names. Like I know they have like different.
Forgot was it like the Secret Foundation or some shit?
Yeah. They have some sort of like edgelord names, but it's
Life Foundation.
Yeah, but
maybe I'm confusing the movie, but it was something like that. But yeah, mid.
I mean, it. I don't know, man. Like I said, like I think Hasbro is kind of just pushing out all their mid teams because once the X-Men train and the Fantastic Four train keeps rolling or starts to get ready to roll, that's it, bro.
Yeah.
So they might as well just push all their Avenger stuff out now while they can.
And it's 40th or 60th anniversary that they're celebrating. That's why we're getting this stuff now.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So I hope we get some more. I know this is the young 20-something in me speaking, but I hope we get more 2000 stuff like this, or even Astonishing X-Men. This is when I had started reading, nerd, geek, comic book shit. So I want more of this.
Yeah.
Oh man! And then next up, I'm like, because it's just too much stuff that came out as far as figure news. So I'm trying to really run through all this.
I wish that those Tekken, like at least with those Tekken ones, like if they were the same scale as Jada, that'd be perfect timing, honestly. But they're not. They're 7-inch figures, so they're gonna be, they're gonna be towering over them. So I'm like, I don't know if they're kind of worth it, honestly.
You know what? You're gonna see guys posing these next to their Todd father figures.
For sure.
All their 7-inch shit. Maybe even NECA guys are gonna start trying to put something together. We'll see.
I don't know. They just.
But isn't like this is basically Storm Collectibles is the same size, isn't it?
More or less.
No, but Storm is more like shit, dude. At this point, they're like 1/8 scale. Like they're not even 1/10 anymore. They're tall figures. I feel like.
Yeah, like even for 7-inch, when you there's a couple of shots that I took like maybe a year or so ago of like my Todd McFarlane DC Universe figures squaring up against like Storm Collectibles Injustice line DC figures. And those Storm figures are still like way scaled above McFarlane, just from not like the height every time, but just the fucking like bulk and muscles they put on there.
For sure. If these guys end up being the same scale as those Jada, I'd probably pick them up. But just I don't know. Maybe not at that price because what are they? They're like $30 or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
25, 30.
I thought they were like 30 something. Like I saw them on BBTS and they were like 30 something.
I honestly like when it comes to like the Bandai America action figures. I like to just get them just to kind of dismember them and just take the joints out of them. That's it.
Yeah, makes sense.
BB Gardner Palmer, whatever it says in Che, saying y'all seen that 1/10 scale DeLorean by Tom Toys.
Oh yeah, looks awesome.
1/10. That probably, if it's 1/10 scale, it means it's probably just scaled enough for
the NECA one. It's scaled for the NECA figures, honestly. Like I feel like it should be good. I need to look it up again, but
yeah.
That Goku's
That's nice.
I was gonna get the original one, but something wasn't fitting right.
Bro,
it just didn't look right to me.
For all those older releases that are going for like stupid money, I would say just hold out for a 3.0 because that's where we're at now.
No, supposedly this is they're dubbing this as the official 3.0 Goku.
Hell yeah.
I think mainly because like the whole torso area, this one right here, it's like they're taking the mold from Super Saiyan 4 Goku.
Nice. Does he have new faces, like new faceplates?
Just the typical ones like the
screaming
faceplate. That one. And it's just like the head sculpt too. It's just like when you put on that faceplate, I believe it's like not supposed to, like you have that one, how it has like all 4 bangs or whatever.
Yeah.
This one only has like the 2. And then when you have it like him doing that, I'm pretty sure it's just like to the point where it's just like
they're all going back.
Yeah.
That's tight. Shit. It's definitely a purchase for me, even though I thinned out a lot of my Dragon Ball shit. I just knew like stuff like this was going to come around again, so I'll be purchasing this.
It's cool.
It looks great.
How many goddamn Gokus do we need though, bro?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Like, you can never have enough Goku. Everybody gets a Goku. Like,
honestly, Nick, before you posted the photo, like in the group chat, like I was like, so they were just re-releasing like the previous Goku, the one that Hachita Fingers had in his hands. I was like, they're just re-releasing the same thing. It's like, oh no, this one looks better. It does look better. But yeah, it's like how many Gokus can you come out with?
Yeah. I'll be putting my Garden Palmer design figs and Comfort Arts in the whip. Is that DeLorean supposed to be that big?
Probably.
Everybody keeps talking about it's like 1/10 scale. I'm like, how big is that necessarily? Like,
I'm thinking like a RC monster truck, like the slightly oversized shit we be trying to use with our 12-inch or 6-inch figures. Be like something like that, like just roughly a little too big for like these guys.
It'll be the Batmo Beast. Just kidding.
Yes, like almost to that level.
What is this? Is this SH?
Yeah.
Oh no,
yes,
this is
sir.
Sigma. What is it?
SHF.
It's SH?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
Why though? Why they wait for Hasbro to start their indie line to start trying
Because
to get into import version?
they're just trying to get that movie money, honestly. Like,
The movie flopped.
yeah. Well, I mean, not yet.
Did it?
But yeah, it's almost like it's getting bad reviews or whatever. But at the same time, it's like it's indie, man. It's gonna sell. Like, even the bad Star Wars movies came out. Like, bad Star Wars movies came out.
Bad
Like,
Star Wars movies. What are you talking about?
it's like we'll get into that. But even whenever they came out, they still made good money. Like, it's like,
I thought it came out already. So when I saw like the little articles talking about people already shitting on it, I thought people already saw it and didn't like it, not just review people.
no, they did like a Sundance Film Festival or something like that, and they showcased it there. And Harrison Ford was there to, stand up for the ovation for like a 5-minute ovation. But they said that that's like standard for any movie that plays there. So
Yeah, nobody's going to disrespect. Well, I get it had to be pretty dog shit for everybody to like disrespect the talent to their face.
Oh, could you imagine if it's just like dead quiet and Harrison Ford just stands up and it's like nothing?
That'd
be the worst thing.
This is low hanging fruit because everybody kind of hates, or not everybody. A lot of people hate on Brie Larson, but they were saying that supposedly for Captain Marvel, they had brought tickets. I'm sure some of y'all saw it somewhere that they brought tickets in the theaters to like make it seem like more people saw it than they did. And that it's like that sort of energy to me. Like people just don't like that. If somebody like treats you that bad at a film festival, there has to be like some like deep-seated reason why they just don't like you that bad.
Some sort of animosity towards it. Yeah, that's weird. I'm definitely gonna see that new Marvels movie though. That one actually seemed fun.
You know what? To be honest with you, I've seen the trailer of it, and I'm like, I could see myself watching this movie. It don't look like a bad movie.
It doesn't. And I like Kamala Khan's like Miss Marvel and I don't know, their dynamic whenever you're seeing the trailers. It seems fun. So I'm like, I'll watch it.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't care to see it. It's at least because I don't really care for Brie Larson, Captain Marvel. As of right now, I feel like they haven't made her a really likable or well enough developed character so far. Like that may not be.
I feel like they kicked her in like Superman. Like, you're supposed to know who this is. You're supposed to know that this person is invincible. And they just kind of kicked her into the Marvel universe like that without really like warranting it. But like Homegirl's like basically is Superman. They just like, kind of threw all the women can do it better type of stuff in there. And like a lot of people took with it and ran with it and made it worse. So I think it's fine, honestly.
Yeah, I give everything a shot, but just off of the little information we got, I'm just kind of about it.
I understand. It's Batman though. It's King
Batman.
Nuts.
Yeah. Yo, Fidel, are you getting this or no?
I don't think so, honestly. Just to be honest, I feel like they're gonna come out with, to be a little bit ageist, they're gonna come out with the younger Batman here pretty soon, everywhere across the board, I'm sure. And I feel like I want to get that more than this. I don't know, unless the movie really impresses me, I don't think I will.
It would be really tragic for this movie to be really good, but they just can't do shit with Ezra Miller or any of these characters because it's a Flashpoint event.
Yeah.
So it'd be the right send off for all of these characters.
Bro, I already like started hearing some of the spoilers of it because I just navigate Twitter so much and people just spoil it like crazy there. I don't even mind it, honestly, because it's giving me more of a reason to watch the movie. Yeah. But there's gonna be some toys in here that they're gonna make that are probably gonna pop off. Honestly, it's gonna be interesting to see. Like a month down the line, once everybody's seen the movie, there's gonna be some cool stuff.
Okay, shit, that's lit. I mean,
I'll just leave it at that.
I'm trying to be vague here too, because
we'll talk about it in the DMs, just because like if anybody watching the show or anything, like we don't want to spoil it for them, but like
right.
there's some cool stuff.
No, you definitely gonna be sending me that Twitter link, bro. What you mean?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Sauce. We don't need the sauce.
But no, this looks amazing. Like for what it is, like it just looks like a dude in a suit. It doesn't look like a figure or anything.
Yeah.
Especially that the spread out wings, which kind of don't make sense, but yeah, it's still cool.
I like how in this movie we're getting like a blue Batman, but it's his tactical armor, but like
apparently it's not blue.
Fuck, so that was just for the trailer and they changed their minds?
No. So it's just the like, how Michael Bay throws a filter over everything?
Yeah.
Or Snyder too, like they throw a filter over everything. Apparently those scenes are just the suit's actually not that color. Apparently, who knows?
Damn.
Yeah.
We're this close to breaking this.
Yeah. I do want a blue suit Spider-Man. Blue suit Batman would be great. But this looks great. Look at that portrait, man. The one that's on the very like far right. That looks amazing.
Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah. If I had more attachment to Keaton Batman, I'd probably be very tempted to spend $300+ on that.
Yeah.
Keaton Batman's just the Batman I've seen the least.
Nick, are you excited for this? This my boy?
SHF one?
No. Look at my video.
TMNT3?
Yeah, man.
Like honestly, like like when I seen that, I was just like, holy shit, bro, he's actually doing it. Like Randy from NECA is actually making TMNT3, which and it's crazy because I had to pull receipts out, bro. Somebody was just like, oh, I thought you said he was never doing it. I'm like, yo, here's the Twitter. Here's his response. He said he's never touching this movie. So I don't know. Maybe the money was right this time around.
Apparently he just does that a lot, man. He says no to a lot of things, but then it just, I don't know, money talks. People start to talk on the internet, and then it just changes their minds, and they eventually start doing stuff, man.
But I feel as if like he can't really do too much with like part 1 and part 2. Like you can't make a Tatsu because that actor doesn't want his likeness used. After Kino, who else are you gonna use? Because you're too busy using Judith Hogue. You're not gonna use the other actors who play April.
I don't think they're gonna come out with the humans from like TMNT2. Maybe the doctor, but who knows? Or not the doctor, the scientist. But that's it.
You know what? Even if they did that, I hope they don't, because like what would be the point paying like 35, almost $40 for a scientist in a lab coat with a big dandelion, bro? I couldn't do that. Like
that's true.
Like
just a generic scientist.
I mean, if they're gonna make any other human character, Vanilla Ice, bro, you can't go wrong with that.
I bet you Vanilla Ice would take that money too. He'd be there for it.
Not anymore. Apparently he's like big real estate person now, and he's like got his shows and everything, and he wants too much from this is what I hear from the grapevine, but he apparently wants too much money for his likenesses to be used in the toy, even though just a few years ago he was doing mac and cheese commercials for for TMNT. Yeah, so it's whatever though. I'm okay without it, honestly. But yeah, I'm excited for those samurais. It's gonna be dope.
Like I said, I'm excited for it. I just hope that they give us like samurai figures to go with that whole entire set.
Oh, that'd be dope. Like to put them up against like samurais or other. I would say ninjas, but then that would be kind of like you're swapping it, like you're samurais versus ninjas, but it's like you're the Ninja Turtles. It'd be weird.
Right, so, any of you guys picking up this one or no?
I think so.
I'm gonna buy the Hot Toys. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, don't worry, we're gonna get into that one in a second.
Yeah. This one is like too textured, in my opinion. And that head sculpt. Holy crap! What the hell did they do? like, what is it? Literally looks like somebody punched them in the face, and he's just like. I don't know, man. I don't know what that face is supposed to be.
I'm kind of with you. Like, I want to like it, but like, I feel as if like the Mezco one might be the best 2099.
Yeah, for sure.
And this one it's just too textured. Like,
also the cape's weird. The attachable cape. Like, what is it? It's like a big old like hunk of plastic, like just a sheet of plastic.
Yeah.
just looks kind of odd.
Yeah, those arm blades look pretty dangerous.
Yeah, they look like they might snap. Honestly.
Yeah, that's why I don't mess with my Mezco Batman Beyond.
I had mine, and granted, I didn't use him too much, but his blades, they would kind of bend even if you just kept them in the plastic. So
Oh shit.
I mean, but the golden question is like not even the question. I think everybody's just waiting for the Mafex and the Sentinel one.
Yeah, for sure.
Sentinel for sure.
Those are superior most of the time whenever they come out. So it's like, this is nice, but it's like I don't know if anybody's really gonna pick them up.
Like my only gripe, or main one, I should say, is like this part when it comes to like when Bandai when they do some of their figures. Like I don't know why they should have really, I guess, painted this joint red instead of just having it blue.
Yeah, they should have done it red. Because I don't know too many. I mean, I guess like from under it, like you'll just see a red like joint in there, but I don't know. I'd much rather have the silhouette of his like shoulders just all red versus just a blue indentation.
BB commented again. He's saying that he's not brown enough. I think he's right.
As far as the head sculpt, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
They hit him with the Japanese colorism bullshit.
A little bit, honestly, man. Like I don't know, like I don't want to be that guy, but he completely looks like he's a different race in that head sculpt.
Yeah,
Oh, he does.
Damn shame.
But the Hot Toys one is like perfection. It looks good. I think so. I know a lot of people are complaining about.
Yeah, I'm kind of glad you said that because I know a lot of people are just like, oh, they're making the Hot Toys with no cloth, and I'm like, yo, there's so much design and engineering like reasoning behind that. Like,
yeah,
you look at like all three of them, like with Miles and Gwen, you could do that, and on top of that, they have like the same kind of like not same body structure, but it's just like you can tell that they're like grown adults or young teenagers, whatever the case you want to put. So it's just like their designs in these movies are kind of gonna be the same until I'm pretty sure you see like Miles getting like an adult build or something like that. But and then on top of it, like,
I said that's gonna be cool to see if they end up getting to it. Like if he ends up being a full adult, I think that's gonna be cool to see.
I'm pretty sure they're aiming for that because it's just like that to me personally, that's just my kind of headcanon. Yeah. You could do that all the way till he's an adult, and then by the time you're done with like Tom Holland or whoever you're using for like the MCU, that's why you could just bring in a grown adult Miles at that point.
That'd be dope.
Yeah. I mean, all this multiverse stuff, they might do a Secret Wars 2 type shit where they bring him over as an adult anyway. I mean, supposedly they're doing Kang Dynasty. Maybe the multiverse arc is over in MCU. Who knows?
Yeah. That's a whole conversation on its own. But yeah. A lot of people are getting them shit for making them like they say, oh, it's a big Marvel Legends like
I was one of those people.
You know what, and there's like honestly, like people got to really take into consideration. Like, I'm pretty sure 99.9% of the movie, Miguel's not going to take off his goddamn costume, bro. It's not going to happen.
For sure. I don't expect them to be in his casuals at all. Maybe in the intro because it seems like something's going on with his daughter or whatever. Mm-hmm. But like, other than that, he's just going to be like that the whole entire time. I'm okay with it.
Me too. And that's what I had to tell people. I'm like, okay, you're not going to see him in his regular civilian outfit. And then on top of that, with Miles and Gwen, they come with extra clothes, so it makes sense for them to have like a whole outfit that's like tailor made and stuff like that. Whereas like 2099 Spider-Man, and I had to point this out in a few groups. I'm like, because of how the characters builds in some of these movies, like the more like bulky adult characters, like they have like the broad shoulders. Then it starts to like slim and taper off. So it's just like there's a lot of like creases in between that. I feel as if you were to put like a cloth outfit on this figure, it would tear the first week, bro.
It's
like
gonna look weird.
There would be no reason to even have it. And then
you probably wouldn't put their arms above their heads at all. Like it wouldn't look good.
And then you have this. I'm pretty sure you're not going to be able to see that through like cloth goods.
For sure.
I'm pretty sure.
Go back one more.
Every Hot Toy Spider-Man I've had that's had soft goods has always been just nervous type shit. You're wondering if you keep him posed, he's gonna crease the little rubbery, whatever the fuck they call it. It's just.
That's why I don't buy Mezcos anymore, because it's gonna crack like eventually. I know it's just gonna look weird. This, however, this looks amazing. Like I don't know, man. It just
it looks good.
it looks perfect for like what it does in the movie.
Are those two separate expressions, or are those just them moving?
Same one, rolling eyeballs.
Okay.
Yeah,
It looks really good.
I think so, man. It looks great. I feel like that's what kind of sold me on it, but I kind of want to just have him on the shelf by himself. I probably might not even buy Miles or Gwen.
Oh.
Nah,
Like-
seriously. No,
Like-
and you know what? I'm not a 2099 fan, but I was just like, this is probably gonna be my first Hot Toys. I'm not a fan of the price, but
Ooh, made a believer out of Nick.
Yeah. And like you said, I feel like price could have been better, but it also could have been worse if they did do the suit. Like if they did do the suit, it probably would have been like another $100 or something, I'm sure.
Yeah.
see,
Yeah.
like when it comes to these legs, I don't see cloth actually like being like not scratched up or not tearing up when it comes to like the back of the joints and stuff like that. Like
Yeah, ask any Hot Toys collector that's even tried to pose their shit. Like, you're not doing that with soft goods. You're just not.
I have Spider-Punk in the 1/6 scale, and I just don't move them around, honestly, because the fabric that they use for it, it's almost like rubbery,
Yeah.
and you don't want to crease that too much because then eventually it'll crack, and it's like you don't want to mess with it.
mm.
No.
Shit, between the PS4 suits that Hot Toys did, I always wanted the Scarlet Spider because I felt like that was one of the ones that you could pose and not,
For sure.
roll out like that. But it's stupid right now.
Even the Hot Toys game 2099, I feel like it doesn't like own up to this one. Like it's really scrawny, and a lot of people are like, I'm gonna buy that instead. But it's like, go for it, man. It's nowhere near as cool as this though.
So is this final? This is everything that it's coming with?
Most of the time, yeah. Most of the time, that like whatever they showcase on these pictures, this is the final deal, unless there's enough backlash and they go back to the drawing board. Like I know with the Batman one, like the 2022 version, they caused enough havoc about like the unmasked one, and they redid some stuff on it. But it just depends sometimes. Like if they give them enough hell, then they'll go back to the drawing board on some things.
Like I feel like it's just lacking in a few things. Like there needs to be a holographic set for his communicator. I feel like that was a missed opportunity for that. I don't know if that's going to be implemented in the movie, but I figured if the Gauntlet is there, then he has to use it to communicate or talk to somebody.
Sometimes too, though. I don't think that the Gauntlet is for holograms or anything, though. Just to give you a heads up, it's what he uses to jump space time, or not space time, the like universes. But sometimes I know that like with the Hot Toys, like the Sideshow collectibles deal, they have like, oh, we have limited edition versions of this, and it'll come with this or that or that. Like they'll like I know with Book of Boba Fett, like they release Boba Fett, and he has like different hologram attachments to his like little sidearm thing. It just very much depends, but I don't know if this one's getting anything for his like little gauntlet.
I mean,
yeah,
I get that, and like you said, exclusives, but his like I forgot what her fucking name is. His computer assistant. I don't remember what her name is. His like AI Jarvis female, whatever she is. That's like an important parts of the character. They haven't shown her in the trailers, but she was in like the first Spider-Verse at the end of the movie, like chopping it up with him. So
maybe it'll come with it, but like you're right, Nick. Though, like look at the Miles one. Like look at the whole spreadsheet of everything that comes with Miles. Like it comes with so much. Like his street gear, his unmasked head, which looks kind of weird with the hairpiece, if I'm being honest. But everything else, like it comes with the whole like casual outfit. And I feel like 2099 is a little bit lacking, but it's a huge figure, so it makes up for it, I think, in my opinion.
Well, obviously you have to buy 2 Miles to display both looks.
That's true. That's the only unfortunate bit.
I wouldn't even do that. Just get one Hot Toys and then one what if you could just kit bash and just
not toys.
That's true. But also like I feel like you can do like the Into the Spider-Verse like Kit Bash one. Like honestly, you can put on the hoodie and stuff while he has his Spider-Man gear. It's like perfect. Looks good. Yeah, I pre-ordered this so fast, man. This Chun-Li.
Yeah, me too.
I'm still hoping to find any of these out here in the wild, but I'm kind of giving up hope.
I didn't even show Ryu. Yeah, I got Ryu too. Ryu's perfect, man. I like him a lot.
Nice.
He's I don't know if I like him more than the SHF because the SHF was like pretty goated, honestly.
Yeah.
But it's pretty valued. Like at it, like it's like yeah. If would you rather pay $80 for the SHF or just get a $20 Ryu or $25 Ryu? Like this is a great like replacement for it, honestly. That Fei Long looked good, but I just didn't want to get it in store because it had a wonky eye. But
I'm starting to hear like a lot of these starting to have like wonky paint jobs coming to the store now. But...
yeah, like you got to look out. Like that's why I kind of prefer to find it in store, like Johnny said, because you never know what you're gonna get with some of these sometimes.
You never know what's gonna come off that truck.
Basically,
it's crazy, man. Like paint apps, Marvel. I had to let me see for like both waves I picked up. I had to bring them back to the store because of whack paint jobs. My first Cyclops, the X on his belt was kind of fucked up, but of course you couldn't see it because window-free packaging. And it's almost the same with these figures and buying them online. If you get a fucked up Fei Long or Ryu, what are you gonna do? You're gonna have to ship it back, and it's a whole fucking thing. So finding them in the wild is the preferred choice. But I've been seeing fools charge $60 on like OfferUp and Mercari and stuff like that. So we haven't reached saturation yet with these.
The preferred way to kind of go about it if you're dealing with stuff like that, I know with NECA, like I know with some things they could be wonky. So sometimes if you buy them at Target, like online, and you get them shipped to your house and they end up being wonky, you just go in store and just like replace it basically. Like you can just get a different one. So kind of ease away.
Good luck getting one like Fidel. You're lucky, but most everybody hasn't found these yet.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, hold on.
I feel like
another thing I found is Visitani.
Oh, that's sick.
I don't know. I was the least excited for this guy, but at the same time, I was like, oh, this one's like probably the better executed one. I just wish he came with an invisible bow staff, but that's about it. But he looks freaking good, dude.
Yeah, I saw the mummy one at Walmart, and it looks sick.
Yeah. And I put all the invisible parts on him. Like he just has his little patitas. He's got his invisible patitas.
I think the translucent parts was like the cake and the icing on the cake.
Yeah, I think the only thing that I would have wanted, honestly, two things is an invisible head and an invisible bow staff. Because like, how cool would it have been if you displayed like or maybe not even an invisible head, just like a stick to hold up the hat, and you could just pose it like this, I think that would have been pretty neat, but yeah, it was just missing a few things. I'm like, I'm sure somebody out there is making some stuff for it. It's, and I'm sure Wave 2 is going to hit eventually, and I'm sure that's going to be my predictions is going to be Shredder, and then Toka and Razor, so it should be dope. I think they're going to be great line.
I think is that it as far as like figures, or like no? Am I still going down like a rabbit hole?
We still got to talk about the Dongosaurs.
Dongosaurs. The muscle, the T-Rex that he showed the other day, and he looked like.
Okay, first and foremost, like whoever posted that picture, like, y'all foul for that one, dude. Y'all foul, like, and you guys know it. Like,
I didn't even notice.
I was looking at my phone and I was like. I was like, what in the world? Like, what is that, man? What did he just send us?
So I'm going to 5K right now. I know exactly what Kristian is talking about, bro. Like,
the Trek Sussy.
No, it wasn't that one.
I don't. Oh wow, I didn't even do it. Okay, type it out right quick because I seen the picture. And I'm like, yeah, it's too early in the morning for this shit.
I know that there's some moments where Nick goes into the group chat and he sees like the first thing that shows up and he just probably clicks off and he's like, you know what?
Nah, I can't do it.
One of these days, I'm sure he's just gonna disband everybody. He's gonna be like, nah. Okay,
No, sometimes I wake up in the morning and I just like,
what are these boys talking about?
I just put my phone back down. I'm just like, yo, I'll get to it in a second, bro. It's just too much pandemonium going on right now.
See, I don't want this right now. Not at 8 a.m.
God don't like this. Not this early in the morning anyway.
Well, y'all lucky. I'd be holding back on just unleashing in the chat.
I'm telling you, Johnny, just go full unleash, bro. Just see, look, even just just the
What?
thumbnail, man. Why do they pose them like that?
You know what this reminds me of? That meme of the famous like black porn star dude, and he's always sitting in the
Yeah.
like this.
Yeah.
I don't even know his fucking name. I just know the meme.
Yeah, me too.
I can't, bro. I can't. You know, it's
Yo, Loki, if we want to talk about like ACBA, you want 1K, you take that dinosaur and put him on the end of like a hotel room mattress. Just 1K easy.
Let's go,
Everybody
Johnny.
loves that shit.
Let's start that Patreon, bro. We'll get you funded.
We're all behind you, Jay. Like
This dude, this
Oh,
like I
shit.
thought this was dope.
Oh shit.
Like I kind of wanted just for my Marvel Legends Doctor Strange. This freaking looks dope.
Yeah, hold on. Leave that there for a second. Let me just
He's just gonna snap it.
make sure to lock that in. This is fire.
Yeah. The astral snakes, like the dragon heads, the hydra heads, like that's amazing. All that stuff. I hope that you're able to click this into like the Marvel Legends Strange because
What is it meant for?
It's meant for SHF, like the
okay.
Multiverse of Madness.
Like it should be able to, because it has the hands that you just plop into the
For
legends.
ML, yeah. Maybe
I'm really sad we never got Mayfex or even SHF or hardly anything from Multiverse of Madness. We didn't get a Legends Wave. We didn't get shit.
mad as hell, bro. Mad as hell. Like it's like you could do the whole like musical notes deal. You could do the zombie Strange. There's so many things, but they didn't touch it at all. I was disappointed.
Sad.
Okay. I wish there was like better pictures of like a figure actually using this. I forgot who had it on their page or whatever, but it was just like, yo, the music notes. I think that's the one that kind of sold me. It was just like, no, I'm getting sad.
Yeah, the music notes was crazy to see on screen too. Like,
yeah,
it was like one of the moments because I went with my pops and we had the 3D glasses on.
Oh no shit. Okay.
Yeah, we were like, "Fuck, this is dope!" Like I was.
It's great.
I was faded when I went there, so it was especially special for me. He liked it, but I really liked it.
That's amazing, dude. Whenever me and my girl went, like I was like fucking through the roof, bro. Like especially whenever the Wake the Dead stuff came on, like where there's like that synthetic like rock music playing in the background. He's like doing the whole seance thing. I was like, fuck yeah, man, this is right up my alley. It's great. Absolutely loved it. This is dope, dude. The samurai outfit.
Yeah. I wish I had enough diorama shit to really go hard buying ninja figures because I just really like shooting them.
Yeah.
But like objectively, this is like one of those things where I had to keep myself from just
buying everything.
Yeah, going over the ledge and just going balls deep. Like the what's that line? Joy Toys or Frontline?
Frontline Chaos.
Yeah, like those figures.
Yeah,
Joy Toys. That line where they got like the monkey and he's got like the little monkey ninja dude. It's on BBTS. We were talking about earlier. Like shit like that.
I think that one's Noda.
Yeah, Noda Studios. Like shit like that. Always tempted me.
Did you guys see the Death gas station? Those two chicks.
Gas station chicks.
Yeah.
No. Is it like a 2-pack?
Yeah, I think so.
You're gonna have to.
I think it's on BBTS.
Okay.
I'll check it out.
Let's see.
From who's the makers of it
though? Coal Dog. I think it's like Coal Dog Damn Toys.
Right.
Just look up Death Gas Station or something. Oh, there they are, the third one.
Oh, okay, hold on.
Definitely getting a whole Thelma and Louise vibe from this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that looked cool. It's good. It's got like that whole like 70s kind of look to it.
Yeah, super stylized.
they look straight up like some Borderlands characters.
I like that.
Yeah. That's cool.
I fuck with it.
Mexico.
I could see even like if they weren't, if depending on how big they are, if they're like Figma or close to SHF scale, using them with like SHF Cowboy Bebop, they like have that sort of aesthetic, space cowboy type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, these are tight.
I would definitely get these to do like some tank girl type of photos and stuff like that.
Oh, that'd be dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just
Kristian,
I have to ask. I've always wondered this. What are those things? Are they kangaroos or what are they?
What are you talking about?
The I don't know what they're called.
From Tank Girl? Yeah, they're kangaroos.
Okay.
Yeah,
Like I think like the only other figures that have like remotely any kind of close head sculpts to that are like the Warriors of Virtue figures. And holy
from back in the day, man. That's way back in the day. I don't know if they've made any figures of those recently. Those look dope.
Yeah, those
Prisoners.
are sick.
Aren't they like 7 inches tall though?
I'm okay with that.
112?
112?
No, it says 6 inches.
Okay, legit. See, y'all show me shit like this, and I just see $200, $200, $250.
I mean, to be honest with you though, I think the price point is like justifiable. You pay
it's not the price point. It's just the fact that when you buy one, you want to buy like supporting characters and shit for that world. So it like to me, I'll save money, but when I make one purchase, I gotta buy like supporting shit for it. So like one of these purchases is really realistically like $400 or $500 for me. So I gotta like be
because you dive into a line basically, yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be like real strategic. But no, like if like Nick, every time you bring up 5K toys, like after the show or whatever, I'll go look at it myself and I'll just keep adding shit that I think is dope to the cart. Then I go to the cart and I start like trying to see, all right.
You're like $800.
I'll be ready to drop maybe $600, $500. I try to work it down. But no, this shit's fine.
Man, when is somebody gonna make Gorillas figures? That'd be dope.
Yeah.
I'd buy that whole line.
That'd be on. I mean,
somebody else hasn't, to be honest with you. Like,
yeah.
Or would you think they would be stingy with lending out their characters licenses to something like that?
Apparently they are.
Didn't a company do like 1/6 scale ones?
Yeah, but they were just statues. They weren't actual figures.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm.
Damn.
yeah.
Nick over here looking up pictures of Super Saiyan 7 Goku.
What if he went further beyond? Now, y'all remember them days of like looking up Super Saiyan 100 and shit, and he had like the whole.
He's just all hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck yeah.
All right, you know what? This figure looks good, but the head sculpt just looks like somebody's angry grandma getting ready to take the cookies away, bro.
For
sure. True. But
don't get me wrong, it looks good. It looks good, and I guess
the glasses, it looks better. It doesn't look like a Doc Ock, but it just doesn't look like the granny anymore. Well, it still kind of does, but not as bad.
I can't unsee the granny.
Yeah, no.
I would say outside of the head sculpt, which we may or may not be able to swap onto with a Hasbro lock that we may possibly get, the arms are just a little too small, a little too short.
BB Garner said, "I made a custom 3A 2D the Singer."
Oh no way!
The Singer.
Nice.
Yeah,
from the Gorillas.
He's back now.
Then this is, I forgot the guy who made the 112 third party DeLorean figures. I think this is his version.
Huh. It looks good. I wonder.
Oh, that looks nice.
Wonder how posable those arms are.
Yeah, well, The fuck? I mean, did he really like take some bendy wire and sculpt that shit over the arms? Like,
No, I think he 3D printed all this stuff.
Huh. Wonder how
Like
that works.
usually,
I guess you can do it like piece by piece on a wire, almost.
I guess so.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Some people are passionate, man.
I'm passionate, but lazy enough to almost exclusively make purchases of shit and try to create from there.
now Johnny, have you gotten this figure or no?
I waited until people had it in hand because this third party stuff, it's just a little kind of risky to gamble on entirely new things. Like, what if the tentacles fall apart or something? So I waited until like the first review went up, thought it was decent enough, and I locked in a pre-order on one of the few sites that still had it. So I'm waiting for them to hit me up for the balance when they get it in.
Mm. Don't blame
Like
me.
that's a dope figure. It's just a head sculpt. That's it.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's
if you could
the
get
chin
past that,
area.
I think if you could get past that, that's it. But
I mean,
I'm just like, why hasn't somebody made like the accurate ones from the actual movies? You know, like from like Spider-Man 2. Like, yeah, I'd buy a whole line. Like, honestly.
I want the asshole apartment manager,
Same.
rent. I want
Rent.
that too.
Yeah, dude, I'd buy all the civilian characters. I don't give a damn. I love those
I want
movies.
the girl next door that kept offering Peter pie, and he was just being a dick on his like symbiote shit.
Yeah, the superior Mary Jane. Yeah,
she was being weird, bro. Peter was being weird. She was so down to just be Mrs. Parker, and he just wanted Mary Jane for no reason. Like, we don't
Mary
talk
Jane's like, I know that you're Spider-Man, and you're still not giving me enough attention, man. Like, come on. It's like, okay.
It's like a Mark Grayson Amber moment. Like,
Yeah.
I know you just got murdered by your dad, but our relationship is on the line, sir. Like,
Amber bad.
yeah, I remember I've like recently had like binge watched that like over the past few days, and I'm like, yo, this show is so good, but yo, fuck, Amber's a bitch in this shit, dude. Like the comic book version, I like that version of Amber, but the show version is just like, yo, she was just ruthless. Like,
Nick, just go to like any Invincible meme shit posting page, and Amber bad is like the biggest fucking overused joke in those groups.
So,
how long has it been since the first Invincible season came out? It's been like 2 years now, man, hasn't it? It's had to be by 2 years now.
Yeah, COVID 2020.
Been a while.
Jeez, man, what are they? I mean, I know it takes time to animate, but Jesus Christ, man, you guys really.
Didn't we get the teaser like maybe a month or two ago, saying they were animating it and working on it right now?
Yeah.
So maybe by holiday time this year, optimistic.
I think how they planned on doing it though, they were like, they kept saying like, oh, season 2 and season 3 are a go. So I'm assuming like they really just animated like 2 seasons worth of like content, so they could just go ahead and get all the voice acting knocked out the way. But like the arcs that they plan on using are just like, if I had to really give a guess, this next arc, because it's a big thing, so it's just like, I think it probably might be stretched over the span of like 2 different seasons.
Yeah. Oh, so are one arc 2 seasons?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay. I haven't
It starts
read
getting weird, man. I have the compendium and I started reading it, but it starts getting a little bit weird. In some segments, it's like, oof.
Like that part where Mark gets like molested by like Superman or some shit.
Way more than that, but yeah. Yeah, no, I'm excited for another season, but again, it's been like 2 years, and like I'm sure whenever the new season comes out, I'm gonna have to rewatch the previous one just because I kind of forgot some things. I know.
Yeah.
I know Mark gets washed like 172 times, but that's about it.
The irony of that and him calling himself invincible is just crazy.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, Johnny. So take us back into this whole Quantum Mania business.
Okay. Let's see. Beginning of this week, Disney Plus, they released Quantum Mania to the masses because apparently box office numbers were not that strong. Basically, everybody waited to see if this is me projecting what I think happened. I think a lot of people waited to see, what the take was from it, and a lot of people started shitting on it from the beginning. So not too many people went out and saw it, and me myself included. Not too many people went out and saw Ant-Man 3 at the box office. And well, Ant-Man dropped. Let me see exactly when Ant-Man dropped. Just Google here. Ant-Man, Quantumania. Ant-Man release date. Quantum, because it wasn't that long ago, and the fact that they've already released it to Disney Plus is kind of shocking. Quantumania release dates. Let me see. Didn't realize how relevant this would be able to have. Yeah, February 17th. It's May, so that's what? March, April, May. 3 months, and it's already at Disney Plus. That's crazy fast.
Isn't Spider-Man still not even on there?
Yeah, Spider-Man, they're holding out all the shit that they feel has like a lot of value. They leave that running at the cinemas for as long as possible. And then, you get like a long drawn out release until it hits Disney Plus, then eventually DVD. But 3 or 4 month turnaround. It's on Disney Plus. I sat through and watched it, and I found it to be just okay. Let me see. As far as sources go, they haven't released the official information as to when. I mean, like how many people actually watched it on Disney Plus, but supposedly it was actually a lot of people. Like they're happy with the numbers that they did get. So my suspicion is that people waited it out. They didn't watch it at movie theaters. They just wanted to watch it at Disney Plus because it's Ant-Man. Like how many people do you know say Ant-Man or Hank Pym is their favorite superhero? I can't think of anybody, honestly. Like he's a great character alongside like Avengers and shit, but by himself.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I feel like had they made MODOK like the villain of the movie and like made someone a little bit more marketable, like
Kang is that? Wait, have you watched it, Fidel?
No, I don't really have any interest into, honestly. Like, I know Kang is cool, everything like that. Like, honestly, I've watched Jonathan Majors in what was it, Lovecraft Country or County, and I forget what else. But he's a great actor. But was in no rush to watch that movie just because I was like, it's fucking Ant-Man.
Well,
like, I didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp, so I was like, I'm not really interested in watching this one. So,
well, you'd have no reason to watch this one either, apart from maybe if you're interested in Kang. But I would say MODOK is not the main villain. Kang is the main, and like MODOK is like his underling, secondary, I guess, closure because they have Ant-Man's daughter. She plays a prominent role running alongside Scott. And, she has to get that closure because she had that confrontation with him all the way in the first Ant-Man movie where he had like the Wasp suit and he was like shooting. She was like a little baby and he was like shooting in her room, fighting Ant-Man and stuff. So I feel like MODOK is there. Okay, I guess I skipped a step. MODOK. Are we going full spoiler mode or are we just kind of going, just touching brief?
I mean, if you want to, because I'll be honest, I'm kind of half in, half out, and actually wanting to watch that movie myself.
Okay, I'm gonna go balls deep. We're just gonna go just the tip here. How about man? MODOK is basically Darren Cross. Big reveal, scary. Like nobody saw it coming. That's what it is. Darren Cross is the yellow jacket dude from the first Ant-Man movie. So I feel like he's really there just as a serviceable, I guess, full circle thing because everybody wonders what they'll happen to him. You have Cassie, Scott's daughter. She has a confrontation moment with him. I guess that's a full circle moment for her. But MODOK is corny. He's cheesy. He really follows a lot of the beats of the animated MODOK from the little cartoon. I forgot who. I think it was Hulu. They had that little MODOK animated joint. He follows he follows a lot of those beats. But the most interesting aspects of it to me were, of course, Kang. he kind of, I guess, sets up a lot of things that they kind of sort of teased in Loki. I'm not going to go full spoiler, but mostly you just watch it to see Kang and kind of sort of see if they bring up like Kang Dynasty. Some of that stuff is teased, so it's worth it in that aspect. But if you don't give a fuck about Scott Lang, Ant-Man is you don't make it without it. Like Marvel, they'll do that typical kind of exposition thing where they explain what happened in the previous movies in like 2 or 3 sentences. Well, X, Y, and Z, something that happened in another movie, and A, B, and C, we gotta do this. So that'll be just enough, and you don't really need to see Ant-Man beyond that.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I'm an Ant-Man fan, but it's just I don't know. This one didn't strike me as something that like I had to go see.
Yeah, it's silly.
It had its moments.
Yeah, I mean,
but it was a lot of like, it was kind of boring, a little slow.
Does he ever switch over to Giant Man?
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, like, does he make the full transition into being Giant Man, or is it just like, oh, he's still Ant-Man?
They never really.
They never like rebrand him or anything.
Yeah, no rebranding. It's just like it's Scott. He can be big, he can be small, but he never like. Yeah, they like the flexibility, I guess, with having him go up and down.
I guess, but I don't know. Like, I want them to just like rebrand him already. Like, I don't know. I'm not a big fan of the
Ant-Man aspect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. Like, you know how even like the animated stuff, I forgot, it's like Ultimate Avengers. He was just Scott. He was either Scott Lang or just straight up Giant Man. We haven't gotten that. We've just gotten the tiny shit, the big shit. And for whatever reason, whenever he's like really big, they make both him and what's his daughter, they both do the Giant Man shit, and they're both moving in slow motion. I never understood that aspect of it.
Even whenever they do it for like kaijus or like, I guess they kind of do it for Pacific Rim, like where they just kind of walk a little bit slower whenever they're bigger.
Yeah, I guess so.
But yeah, it looks kind of goofy sometimes.
Yeah, man's be moving in bullet time. I was just like, why are we doing this?
If I had to ask Johnny, is this something that is what would you give Ant-Man? Like the rating of it? Like your honest opinion.
Honestly, I'd give it optimistically like a 6.5 out of 10, but realistically like a 6. Like just it really reminded me of Spy Kids. There's like a way overused dick joke, like dialogue wise. They keep going. They go back to it like 5 times within like 5 minutes, within like 2 minutes. I'm just like, fuck. It just felt like a joke written in there for like middle school kids to just hear dick and like giggle and laugh and shit. I don't know. It was dumb.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like the MCU's jokes aren't really been hitting recently. Like Love and Thunder, like it was good for what it was, but it's like it had a bunch of those jokes in there where it's like not all of these are hitting.
Yeah.
You guys are just kind of throwing stuff at the wall sometimes, and it's like okay, whatever.
And it's like too, like if you go to see these movies with like people that don't Marvel, they're just going to see a movie. They're either going to find the ridiculous, like the bad jokes, either funny, or they're just going to tell you straight up, like these are like ridiculous, weak ass, mom, like dad jokes. I don't know. The humor's been hit or miss for a long time now.
For sure.
So how do you guys feel about Star Wars?
Love it.
Star Wars.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. Like I don't know what time Herb is coming. So considering the fact that a lot of the stuff that he's not here that we haven't talked about, no, you guys have a huge chunk to dissect this one.
Shit, where do you want to begin?
I feel like it's improving, but also in some aspects it's kind of decaying at the same time. Mm-hmm. Like I know they're pushing the whole Mandalorian stuff right now because it's popping off. But I feel like the last season really didn't do it justice to what it's been promoting itself as for the past few years. And now it's kind of more like, hey, the Mandalorians as opposed to the Mandalorian, and it's kind of going off in its own thing, and it's fine. But I guess I just wasn't used to the change, and I feel like a lot of people, whenever they're like that, they're not used to the change. Whenever whenever Star Wars flips the script a little bit, I feel like everybody goes to hate eventually, or just like right away, instead of taking back and dissecting it, and
Yeah, man. Like, I wouldn't say I'm at a point where I hate, because like Star Wars to me, even if it's like a shitty addition, it's still additional lore.
Yeah.
Hopefully it doesn't shit on like previous stuff. If it's new and it's kind of weak, it's whatever. Maybe there's something good that you can, take and enjoy from it. But with Mando, they introduced him as like a space western bounty hunter cowboy. Baby Yoda was cool. He's going to take care of him. Season 2, they separated them, and then they went it's completely a different direction from season 1. Season 2 kept some of those Western aspects, but season 3, it was just
war.
I don't know. Yeah, war. And I know a lot of people like a lot of that lore from like Mandalorian. You'd have to like really get it. You'd have to have consumed the Rebels animated content,
Clone Wars.
Yeah, Clone Wars, Mandalorian season 2, to get introduced to all that stuff and actually care about it within like maybe 2 or 3 episodes of meeting these. Well, I guess he met Bo-Katan in Mandalorian season 2, but to like really get as much as you can out of it takes like consuming that extra content. Wait, what about you, Nick? How did you feel about Bo-Katan? And
that's a dope Anakin. What is that? Is that Black Series?
No, it's like the vintage.
Oh.
It's a 3.0. What is it?
It's like those lines. Okay, gotcha. No, that looks good.
Yeah, that's
Dude,
line.
That's all I want is like some Clone Wars accurate sculpts,
Yeah. That'd be amazing. That'd be an amazing line, honestly.
They play too much.
Just do what they did for Clone Wars, what they did for like Into the Spider-Verse, like match the art design.
Yeah.
Real.
Yo, I was watching like a reel that excuse me if I butcher his name, Gennady Tartakovsky. Is that how you pronounce it?
Yeah.
He was saying basically how I guess he drew like 2D ships for like the 2D Clone Wars, and then they grabbed they use what is it, computer like CGI ships, and they like regrafted like with 2D animation on top of it.
Makes sense.
Nice.
What a lot of people don't know is that Gennady actually has his hands like in a lot of designs, man. Like they kind of he storyboards a lot of stuff. Like he's kind of like a big famous like storyboarder in just movies in general. I forget what movie I saw recently. Oh, it was they said it on Twitter. It was Iron Man 2. He apparently did the storyboards for Iron Man 2, where you have Tony and War Machine going back to back, and they're just like blasting all those droids or whatever they are.
Yeah.
Like in that yeah. It's like he apparently storyboarded that. Apparently he has his hands in a lot of things, but
Nice.
you just most recently you started hearing his name pop up more as a creator, as an actual like big name, big household name.
Yeah, I mean, mostly with the animated stuff, as far as like, I forgot what that new series of course, there's the one with like the caveman. I forget, Primal.
What is it? Warriors Unicorn Eternal? Is that the name of it? His new one?
Yeah.
It's like a steampunk, like superhero thing.
Haven't seen it yet, but I trust his work, so I'll get around to it.
Yeah. I've heard a lot of good things about it so far.
Kristian, have you did you watch like the Clone Wars, like the Gennady stuff?
Is that like the first one?
2D?
Yeah, the 2D one.
I remember watching it like as a kid, but I don't really remember too much about it.
But you mess with more like the animated stuff, like the 3D render stuff.
Yeah. Is that show out there to watch?
It's on Disney Plus now?
Yeah, it should be on Disney Plus. Oh. It's canon too, apparently, so I would watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
But to answer your question, Johnny, how I felt about season 3, I'm a casual Star Wars fan, so I usually get my knowledge based off of you guys and stuff like that, and I kind of run with it. I didn't mind it. I knew they were kind of gonna, allude to talking about somebody else instead of Din Djarin, so I didn't mind that.
Yeah.
I am getting tired of him. There's always an episode, and they've done it for like 3 seasons straight, where he ends up getting his ass whooped by like somebody. It's a group of people. He ends up getting beat up, and Grogu ends up either getting kidnapped or escaped somewhere. And it's like the episode ends with him just getting washed up and whatnot. And then like somebody else or Grogu has to come in and save him.
Yeah.
That I am kind of getting annoyed about that because I'm like, okay, by like 3 seasons now, you should be done getting your ass. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like just compare it to like that cold open episode 1 where he like walks into the bar. I can take you in warm, or I can bring you in cold. Like we haven't gotten that same energy from him since then. It's wild.
See, what I expected them to do is kind of like the Sins of Our Fathers type thing, where like Grogu does have silver teeth kid mannerism sometimes. Like he choked out like or not, who was it? Was it Cara Dune? Because like he was getting it. He was like
They were arm wrestling.
Yeah, they were arm wrestling. That's what it was, and he choked her out. And it's like, okay, now that he doesn't have Luke to teach him, now that he is a kid who has free range to the Force, like, how interesting must it be for Grogu to have to be going through his silver teeth era and like pulling Din's like helmet off of him, like while he's trying to like do something, or just being like, one in tune with the Force and just just messing with him.
Yeah.
I feel like that would be like something that would like, I guess, would be more interesting than him just being like, oh, Din is like a I don't know, just a bounty hunter or whatever the case may be. Just I don't know. Like I feel like where they're navigating him now, right? Like in this instant, it's like I don't really feel like you guys know what to do with them at this point.
But isn't that kind of what it was getting to with the whole IG robot? He's like, no. And stuff.
A little bit, yeah. Like I guess it was touching on it a little bit, but I feel like they keep on touching on it and they don't really take it anywhere. It's like it's been like 3 seasons now that they've kind of done that, where he's like, he has his own voice, he has his own thing,
I printed this.
Oh, you did the Clone Wars Yoda. Oh wait,
no, this is a dark Grogu.
Oh shit!
He looks all angry and shit. That's awesome. He even has like a little. I don't know if that was a print failure, if that's how it's supposed to be, but he has like a little chunks out of his ears. Yeah.
No, it's supposed to be like that.
That looks cool. I like that.
Yeah, I need to upscale it though.
I like that.
Wait, I want to hear the kid talk. I really want to hear some sentences being formed because I'm like, if he's like 50 years our age and it's been 3 years, he should know some sentences by now. Like,
yeah, it's fucking ridiculous, man.
He started babbling a little bit, like in the last season, so that was cool. But yeah,
I think it'd be cool to like jump forward.
Yeah, that too.
And then maybe circle back later on.
Yeah,
that's like a time jump.
Yeah, for sure. Like do like a Din, like I guess 10 years forward, and maybe Grogu starts talking at that point, and he's a little bit more of a Yoda build, where he's like, he's got his actual like walking around and type of stuff. Be cool. It might be expensive though, but still.
Now, do you think he's gonna be lightsaber wielding Mandalorian?
Hope not. I don't know. I feel like once you start putting the lightsabers in with Mandalorians, I feel like it starts getting a little bit too overpoweredness. But
yeah,
I didn't like the whole the dark no, not the dark trooper. Those new where they have the Mandalorian armor.
Yeah.
Imperial Mandos.
For that. Yeah.
I'm the same way, but I'm like, I hope they make figures. Like, I'll get them.
I didn't really care for Moff Gideon's helmet either.
Yeah.
I didn't care for Moff Gideon at all. Like his speech, see, I am the true man, and he had like this like weird cartoon villain, grandiose speech and shit that was just corny as hell. He said, you know what? My ultimate plan was to clone myself and imbue myself with the Force and make the army myself. Like, it was
very much like, hey, I see that the hero got to my castle. Now I'm going to do my speech of what my big plan is in front of you. And then I'm going to take revenge on you because you killed all my plans and my clones and everything. It's like,
man, even the shit where like Din and Baby Yoda, whatever, they're walking through like the cloning chamber, and they like look at the little tank that he's in, and then his eyes just. I was like, it's like so fucking corny. I mean, I know Star Wars has silly, corny shit, but that was like a whole other tier of corny to me.
For sure.
Come on, I'm calling it right now. That's a clone, bro. Like, you're not gonna hire Gino Carlo Esposito to be on Star Wars and just kill him off. Like, nah.
Yeah.
I guess I can see that.
Because it's just like it'll be like the running gag. Like, you need like basically like Moff Gideon is like Joker to how Joker is to Batman. That's how he is to Din at this point.
Yeah.
Like, so it's
That's
just
true.
like you're not gonna have your Joker and just kill him off in season 3. Like, it's not gonna happen, bro. Like, they're gonna find some way. He's gonna either be cloned, he's gonna have robot body parts, or basically he might just get his wish and be a Force ghost. I don't know, but
You see, this last season was cool on paper. Like, you know, you're basically starting a trilogy. Like, you're doing your New Hope for Din, where he's, you know, raiding a facility and he has to kill the big boss and type of stuff.
Yeah.
But it's like, actually executed. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of twiddling its thumbs a little bit, and it just doesn't seem like it anymore. And a lot of people are like, well, it's about the Mandalorians as a whole, but it's like, well, every time Din shows up, the music plays.
Yeah.
You know,
the music to the show.
The music to the show actually plays whenever Din shows up, and it's like he's kind of the main character. Like, he's kind of who we're here for, but they haven't evolved him too much since season 1. Other than like, hey, now I've officially adopted him, even though I've officially adopted him since like season 1. Like, you know.
I will say this. Like, I am glad that, you know, Star Wars as of now is not focusing on any Skywalker BS, because I'm like, they bled that story dry. Yeah. But I think everybody is just kind of waiting to see how Thrawn is going to be on screen as opposed to him on Clone Wars and stuff like that. And then once they finally figure out like how to end it, that's when that whole chapter is done, and then they start off something new or something like that. But
for sure, it's got his own thing.
Who's is Benedict Cumberbatch? Is he supposed to be Thrawn or no?
No, it's fuck. I mean,
Mads Mikkelsen's brother.
Yeah,
isn't it the guy who voiced Thrawn?
Yeah, in Rebels.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's Nicholson.
He's a Mickelson.
I like it. Like, I know following Mando, people are kind of mixed on it. A lot of people are hyped for Ahsoka. I like Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka, but honestly, to me, what's the old girl that voices Ahsoka in the cartoon? The girl that voices everybody.
Isn't it like Ashley something?
Yeah, Ashley, whatever her name is. Her. That's going to be the ideal Ahsoka for me, just because those stories, and Rosario did a pretty good job, but I don't know. It's just not something I felt as much of an attachment to. You know.
How old is the voice actor?
For me, though. That's not like an objective knock on her.
She's a little bit older. She's like in their 30s, 40s probably.
Yeah.
So is it like, I keep hearing different things, but like on her end, is it just like, does she want to play a live action Ahsoka, or was it just like, oh?
I think it's just Disney execs doing their thing.
Yeah. I think she did want to play Ahsoka, right?
Yeah.
Well, they sold her. I guess they explained who the character was to her, and kind of sold her. Hey, she's a badass. She's skilled. She's got a heart of gold. Like they sold her on who the character was. Showed her a little. They had what's his name? Filoni. He like sat down and basically, sold her, showed her some stuff, showed her some material, and said, "This is who the character is. Do you see yourself, representing this?" And that sold her on taking the role, which is cool. Like, there's, she's got personal passion. But from the Ahsoka that I saw in, that we saw in Mandalorian, I was just kind of okay with it. Like, it didn't exactly win me over.
I liked her better in Book of Boba Fett. I'll tell you that much.
Same. I don't know what it was, but maybe it's because she had her
playful side back. Like, I feel like That's what was missing. Like, because I feel like in The Mandalorian, you saw her and she was like the Jedi. Like, she was like, Where's Admiral Thrawn? Like,
Yeah,
she was like very like matter
Hey,
of
they
fact.
can't come smoke.
she
Yeah.
was like a fucking shogun type
Yeah.
of shit.
She was like
And
basically jumped out of like a samurai film, dude. Like, she was like serious. She was, the whole thing. But then in Book of Boba Fett, you saw her. She was like joking around.
yeah,
She was smiling actually, and then you're like, oh man, this is I could see Ahsoka being this. Okay.
that's it. Like that Book of Boba Fett version of her. If we can get that, bring that energy to the Ahsoka live action series, like I can see it resonating more fans. But
Yeah.
if they had stuck with that Mandalorian badass samurai, let's mow these dudes down, assassin type shit. It just didn't feel like it barely felt like a Jedi, but it definitely didn't feel like Ahsoka to me personally.
Yeah.
No, guilty pleasure. I like to watch where Rosario Dawson's Ahsoka meets Din for the first time. That episode on I think season 2. I
Yeah,
like to watch the whole entire episode in like Japanese dub and subtitle. It's so much of a Sara like feeling and vibe to it. It's like a legit episode when you watch it like that.
Somebody should do it in black and white. I'm sure that'll look amazing.
No,
Hell-
honestly, like it's like me and my brother. We have our moments where we would just like Friday night, nothing to do. Like, hey man, like that shit up. Let's watch some Star Wars. And like he would like play certain things like that. But I remember one night he was just like, yo, I wonder if you watch like this. And he turned on like the Japanese dub to it, and then I was like, "Yo, put the black and white filter," and he did. And I'm like, "Holy shit, it's legit!" Like,
hell
that's
yeah.
awesome. Like, when you have a kid talking to Ahsoka in Japanese, like it's just like a badass samurai flick. Like,
I'm gonna try that today. Watching it like that, because like we've been saying, the samurai vibe is there in those Mando episodes. So I'm gonna try watching it like that. I mean, they even had like a whole like I forgot what she was, like a governor. It was like the Asian lady. She had like the whole like Asian design mansion type thing. Like that shit was dope. You had the robot with like the little sash type shit. All fire. So like it was like a low key samurai movie just inserted into a Mando story, and I like that. And as a samurai shit, but not as an Ahsoka representation.
like so. Like I said, I don't have no knowledge to anything. Like as far as like Clone Wars, it's like very limited on that one. Rebels, and I haven't watched Rebels. Bad Batch, slowly kind of getting into it, but then like as far as like everything from Ahsoka, I'm assuming like, are you gonna have to watch Rebels to know what they're talking about? Like,
It seems like it.
I mean, if you want to get the most out of it, yes, but for just kind of they're gonna do just enough to where you don't have to, but there'll be stuff that you'll miss because you haven't watched the series. If that makes sense.
I think
It's
at this
really
point,
good too.
Yeah, no, it is. Yeah.
What, Rebels?
Yeah.
It was okay to me.
I mean,
I would say it was good after season 2, where Ezra gets like the haircut and he has like his kind of edgy phase or whatever. That's when it picks up. But all the stuff before that is.
But I mean, Clone Wars wasn't good really until like,
About season 2.
Yeah, season 2, maybe season 3, but there are some bangers in actual Clone Wars. Like those first 2 seasons, it's just, for the most part, it doesn't really pick up until then. But yeah, but I would find it kind of hard for them to do this Ahsoka show where she's trying to find the crew again, the Ghost crew again, and them not be like, hey, we should expect you to watch Rebels or
No, because not Fidel. They're gonna do the thing where she's like, she'll be talking to like her robot or something, and she'll be like, a long time ago, I had the crew of the Ghosts. We were really good friends, and we destroyed the Empire together. That's it. That's all the exposition you need. They were friends. They did shit together. Like that's how they're gonna just do it for the casual audience.
That's the way to do it for the casuals.
Did you guys like Obi-Wan?
Huh?
Did you guys like Obi-Wan the show?
I didn't, but I'm a salty Star Wars fan, so my
I never
opinion.
seen
You didn't see it?
No, I mean, I want to, but it's just like so much stuff I got to cop back up on. Like, I still haven't seen Rogue One. Still haven't seen Solo. Like,
Oh wow, okay.
So
Well,
I mean,
actually,
even like what Andor? Like, I still haven't even watched that show. Like,
Yeah, I haven't seen that one.
Andor's freaking great, man. I loved
Is
it
it?
so much. Yeah, I loved it so much. It was really good.
yeah.
Did you like it, Christian?
Obi-Wan?
Yeah.
I like the last episode.
I think it would have been better if it like compressed.
Yeah, like a regular movie.
Yeah, like an actual movie.
Yeah.
2 hours. Give me 2 hours. Don't put in all these side characters. Just compress it down, and I think you would have had a banger.
Shit, if they did it that way, they actually could have made it a theatrical release and not just an exclusively Disney Plus thing. But maybe that's why it's been drawn out to a series, just to have some meat on the bones for Disney Plus.
Yeah, and they probably would have had a better budget too. They would have been able to fight somewhere else instead of Rock Island.
Now, I am excited for Ray Stevens in Ahsoka. Like his character, I'm like, okay, like
he looked dope.
Ray Stevens
or Stevenson, I think that's his name, or
who? Red lightsaber dude in the.
Oh, right. Yeah, I posted him the other day. I'm dumb. Punisher. But yeah, he looks good.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace.
I know, like, okay, so there's like a theory, like a fan theory or something like that, saying that I guess he's supposed to be like initially another character or something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's wild.
They did. I know Filoni did say that the lightsaber, the orange lightsaber, it's for a reason. It's not an aesthetic change or anything. So that's the only thing that I know of.
I figured like it was just part of the color. Like, isn't there like a Jedi that has a yellow one?
No. Oh well, I mean there is
Ray.
The Jedi Temple Guardians, they had yellow lightsabers.
Yeah, I mean the Jedi always have like some sort of colored lightsaber, like some sort of different colored lightsaber. But Siths, whenever they corrupt their crystals that are in their lightsabers, it's always red because it's always like imbued with hate. And these guys apparently they have orange lightsabers, so like specifically orange, and it's like the way that their lightsaber also is like emanating light apparently is different. I don't know, like a lot of people dived into it, but I'm like I wouldn't have noticed this hadn't somebody pointed it out. I just would have thought, oh, they're Siths. Okay.
The filter.
Yeah, he's trying to get to that point.
Yeah.
I actually I think I posted it and I like tagged Al Chang on the post. And like, Al, what the fuck is going on with these VFX? Like, this is a whole trailer. What are they doing? He's like, oh, they're not finished. So that was the story I was thinking is the case. But if it's like it's specifically orange because they're like a new faction or some shit, then
they might be.
See how it plays out.
I'm okay with the gray areas, honestly. Like even Ahsoka, I don't feel like she's a Jedi anymore. I feel like she's probably something new, but who knows?
Yeah. I mean, she's got the white saber. They never. Well, I think they explained it in the book, but I haven't read the Ahsoka novel, whatever. But I think it's like she neutrally infused them or some shit like that. Like neither light nor dark side. I'd have to look it up.
They kind of say it, I think, in the Tales of the Jedi, but she basically killed a Sith for their crystals. Well, she
reversed it.
Yeah, she just basically reversed all the hate imbued in their crystals and basically made 2 lightsabers out of it.
That's it. Okay, that's what happened.
Ahsoka not playing no games, bro. Like,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, she was trained by the chosen ones. So.
And she's also apparent. I don't know once you start going into the Clone Wars lore, it gets crazy. But she's technically the essence of the good side of the Force. Like,
I do remember that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we're not gonna blow Nick's mind here.
Oh no, because if that's the case, I'll be telling you guys like, yo, I'm gonna be hitting you guys up because I need some info. Like, I gotta learn some shit. So
Yeah, bro.
Just watch
like
Clone Wars and Rebels, man.
Like I have like a coworker who's like very knowledgeable on Star Wars, and if I have any questions, I don't give a shit. He could be like rocking his kid to sleep. I'll call him like, "Hey, bro, I need answers." Like,
Yeah.
like I had to wait for him for like 3 weeks to get caught up on like the last season of The Mandalorian because I'm like, yo, I have so many questions about what I seen, and I can't talk to you about it because you've never seen it. Like, goddamn, dude. Like,
And it's also like with any, like I'll tell you, with any person that's like knowledgeable about Star Wars, they'll readily fucking like tell you everything that has to do with Star Wars that they know about it. Like I just know across the board, like everybody who ever I talked to about Star Wars, they're like, "Yes, dude, let's fucking go. Let's talk about this shit."
and I love it, bro. I do because I'm like, yo, I only really know so much and like so much given information off of what I've read on the back of books,
Yeah.
and like Wikipedia and stuff like that. So I'm like, yo, I have so many questions that like need answers. Or even when I ask you guys stuff, I'm like, all right, I need clarification.
There's tiers to that. There's tiers to that knowledge too. Like people that, maybe watched all the movies. That's kind of surface level. People that watched all the animated stuff. That's another level. And then there's people that like played the video games. That's another level. But then there's people that like read the books. They like listen to the audio tape. Like that. They're that deep. Star Wars is life. Like that's a whole separate level.
D even like fucking he was like he even hit me with that actually the other day, like when we were on Facebook. I posted something about Vader because he got washed 2 times in the same year.
Yeah.
And D was like, well, actually there's a reason why he's like that, like in the comics, like there's this, and he like was teaching me a little bit on it, and I was like, oh, okay, like there's people that read the books and they know more knowledge than the people who are just watching the shows.
Yeah, so, man, the comic stuff that Marvel is like printing out now is actually canon. Like the stuff where I don't know if they've I think they said it's canon. Sidious like used the Force to get Anakin's mom pregnant, and he's like a forced conception or some shit like that.
I feel like that was always a given, but it's now confirmed, I guess. Like,
yeah, but the fact that it was Palpatine, like he used the Force to conceive, make this shit happen is crazy.
Oh man, so time to get into my version of Star Wars, bro. Like
Turtles, man.
Ninjas. Let's go. This shit looks good. Let's just start there. Looks
amazing.
Yo, there's I don't get the old heads, bro. I don't get them. I don't. I don't know what it is that's gonna make you guys happy, but considering the fact that it's a lot of grown adults mad about a kids movie first and foremost, like, and not even just that. I like everybody's mad about the whole fact with April being a black chick. Not that I care, but like I remember somebody saying like, yo, like people are mad about an NPC. Like,
yeah, that doesn't make any sense. It's not like she's out there in the battlefield or anything. Like she's just April, man. Like if there's one thing that I know about like TMNT, like old heads, it's like they want the turtles to be muscular beyond all reason, to be like, bodybuilders in the gym, and they want April to be over sexualized. That's like the main thing, and you won their hearts. They take the Bay turtles over these guys apparently.
Yeah, she's gotta have like a fat ass, double D's. She's gotta have like the little low top crop top shit. She's gotta low key flirt with at least one of them. It's just
it's weird, man. I don't know. But I love these guys, man. They look like they sound like brothers. Mm-hmm. They're dorky, and they look badass with the white eyes. So that's all I need.
The fact that there's actually like teenagers voicing them, bro, that won me over. Like,
yeah, for sure. Like, it's funny to me too that Donnie's voice has not cracked yet. Like everybody else is like, they hit puberty, but Donnie's the only one that's like still holding out, and he sounds like a little baby. Like it's the funniest thing ever to me, man.
I'm just, like I said, June 25th. That's when all these toys are supposed to hit street dates. So I'm ready, bro. Like that's on a Sunday too. So
Nick, who is actually making toys for these?
So as of now, like Playmates, that's the only thing that I know of, and like I've been on Reddit the past few weeks trying to dig some information, and I guess okay, so like earlier in the week I said or made a mention about licensing or something like that, and somebody there's like a group on Reddit that I follow, and they actually kind of break this down. Like there's a place that people go to, I guess they kind of bid to get certain licenses and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And from what the guy was kind of throwing out, I don't know how much it was accurate, how much I can actually believe, but he was saying that basically that there's like two import companies actually looking to like make figures from this movie. He was just like, I don't know. He's like, there's two bids from two import companies. I don't know which companies though, and that's the only thing he kind of left off at. And then everybody had already kind of like started spinning their own, theories. Pretty much everybody. I think almost everybody is wanting Sentinel to do these.
Well, yeah, but if Sentinel does it, you might like we still haven't gotten the whole team of Spider-Verse from the movie like what 5 years ago?
That's true.
4 or 5 years ago. So if they get these turtles, we might be looking at 2 to 3 years to get all 4 optimistically.
I'm dumb in the aspect where it's like I just want cheap versions of these guys. Like I want the whole crew and I want them all scaled. And as stupid as it sounds, like I'm okay if McFarlane picks it up. Because at least they'll have Bebop and Rocksteady in scale,
Yeah.
They'll have the Mutant Fly. They'll have everybody just like in scale, and I'm like, okay, I'm happy with that. Even if for some reason like somebody else does make better versions of them, like Mafex or Sentinel or whoever it is, you could still get the turtles from them, and then get the Megas figs from somebody else. I think that would be cool.
I mean, ideally SHF. Well, not ideally SHF. Sentinel, of course. Then SHF. Then Mafex.
That looks cool. Who did those?
See, somebody's already on it, bro. Like, honestly, I feel as if like it's just really at a point in age where I think anybody could just, if nobody really makes the toy that you want, you just have to really kind of take it upon yourself to do it. And I honestly, I see people. Like, I really see. I wouldn't be surprised if I see somebody just randomly make these instead of some like major company and stuff like that. Bandai might do it, huh?
If they make them articulated enough, I'm down. Like if the engineering is solid enough, I'm sold.
I can see Bandai making these, but it's like I said. I think with Bandai, I'm not gonna say quality. It's not going down, but considering the fact like their new factory, they're able to push a lot of stuff out more. There are a lot of times where like a majority of their figures, like the quality assurance is just it's shit.
Yeah,
like the paint on the eyes are like super off. You can tell that a lot of it's been super like mass produced to the point where like some of the head sculpts are kind of, or the head pieces on the head sculpt are kind of shifted to where you have to like warp or kind of heat up the headpiece itself to kind of like fudge it or stuff like that. So, but I mean, as far as the playmates go, like I'm fine with that. Somebody's gonna make like some
better versions.
Mm-hmm.
Those look good enough for me.
Yeah. Honestly, with a little bit of a paint job, some love and care into it, like they'll be good. But I would much rather have something, I guess, a little bit more sizable. I guess.
There's got to be variants of them with the regular eyes and the white eyes coming.
They're coming out with, huh?
You could just make them too, like put some white out.
They're supposedly coming out with what's it called, like two-pack battle versions.
Oh yeah, where they're fighting like Bebop, Rocksteady, Leatherhead, and somebody else.
Okay, Cobra Kai.
Oh yeah.
Stranger Things.
It's like Power
Rangers.
Like
the what's it called, the battle 2-packs, like do they have the white eyes or nose or no?
I don't know. I don't think they do. I think they're just the normal figures.
I think if need be, I'll just probably do what a lot of people would usually do, just take certain parts of the figure, cut, dissect, and then drill holes, and then just give them like extra joints and stuff like that.
That'd be cool.
Do you paint, Nick?
I can't do any of that, but it's cool.
You know what? I do, but I don't. Like, I can paint, mixing like paints to get like color matching. I could do any of that. Like, that's fine. But my hand is just, it's not sturdy. Like, it shakes. So it's just like, I'm really at a point where I'm going to have to really invest in an airbrush kit because like, I love the whole being able to paint something I wanted to paint it to, but then like, I'm like a perfectionist and I cannot stand brush strokes. I hate that shit.
Yeah. Okay, because I was gonna give you some prints and stuff, but I wasn't sure if you.
But now,
Yeah, he's like, but now you want to
I
paint
think
some
I'll hang on to them.
It's like now you can take our.
I'll paint it for you.
Yeah,
It's like,
Kristian,
you could
kick
take
me
your
out while you at it,
Parkinson's
bro.
fingers and like take them somewhere else.
Like I said, I honestly like I want to do airbrushing. But I do know when it comes to certain things on head scopes, I am gonna have to hand brush. So
For sure. Yeah,
but like what? Well,
what
oh
I
yeah, as a
thought
matter of
too.
fact, like before the end of it, like you got to show us what you've been cooking up in the lab, Kristian.
Well, I haven't really printed much this week. I mainly just primered some stuff. So this is a new print though.
Was that a Mandalorian like type?
No, it's shit. I
It's
can
got a
never focus this damn camera.
is it like
Well,
a Baby Yoda Mandalorian shit?
No, this is I think it's the fourth sister, so it's a Inquisitor.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and
The
then
one, isn't the one from the video game?
yeah, I think so, or the comics.
Yeah. It's
And
a
then
rabbit.
I primed the. Oh, this is a cat. It's like the Sphinx.
Okay.
That's cool.
Yeah,
It's like for Mythic Legions or something.
yeah, it fits good on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looks awesome.
Yeah.
What are those cats on Monster Hunter called? Palicos or whatever?
Yeah, Palicos. Oh man, you got the firefighter
Squirtle
Squirtles.
Yeah.
Are you gonna do the whole
Yeah.
squad?
I don't know, probably.
If the
And then I
STLs are out
got
there,
yeah.
the fat
Printed
Pikachu.
I needed a fat Pikachu. Let me see. I printed this clicker head. I think I forgot who made it. Oh,
It looks good.
Yeah. Oh, I think it was Artman Customs.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, I've seen dude's work. Dude is solid.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So does he provide the STLs for that, or did he send it to you?
Yeah. No, it's on Thingiverse.
Oh, okay, cool. What's that? Is that a clone?
Yeah,
I'm
it's
not
like
sure which one it is.
it looks like like one of those snow, like you know how in Clone Wars they had like the troopers and then they had like the snow variants of their armor.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Looks Snow Clone Trooper.
Yeah.
And then I printed this Cody one, but his antenna broke.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a bummer.
Yeah.
custom.
Looks good.
Ooh.
Looks like a sharp print.
Yeah. And then this little Kirby.
Oh, nice.
That's about it. Oh, I did print some hands for clones. I subbed to some dude's Patreon and got some hands.
Oh yeah,
But
some of them need it, man.
Yeah, but the pegs are too small, so I had to put some blue tack in there.
How hard is it to get those stock hands out of those clone troopers? Because I'm scared to break them.
It's not too bad. You just gotta heat it up really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Boiling water. Or
Yeah, definitely.
yeah, that looks freaking good.
Thank you.
Yeah, if there's anything I hate about trying to shoot Black Series figures is all of them standing around with fucking cup hands everywhere. Like I always try and have
Got
them.
a bunch.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Printed a shitload.
Shit, you're the most Black Series collectors. Like for me, with the cup hands, I always gotta kind of if a character's standing there, I gotta kind of pose them like this, like they have their hand kind of resting on their belt or whatever, just because this looks unnatural to be standing around. So
Like this.
yeah, just the regular gripping hands. It looks bad for photography. So it's always a challenge with that across all the figures.
Definitely.
Too much.
Man, I think that's about it. I think we covered everything, fellas. Like I said, there was like one more other thing, but Herb wasn't here, and like he's the only person that I would know who could even decipher this. But
yeah, I got nothing. I tried to be a little more plugged in this week, but I've been out of the loop apart from buying shit and of course watching Ant-Man.
Yeah.
You took one for the team, Johnny. That's all that matters.
Hey, it was an experience.
So you didn't have to.
It was definitely an experience.
Like I said, I was gonna bring this up.
What is that?
Oh.
I was gonna bring this up, but I'm like, yo, I don't.
That's an interesting name.
I don't. It's me. Only person who would.
Is this a Joe thing?
Seems like it.
Stuff where
Agent.
I guess for the next, the next Joe Haslab or something like that.
Let me cheat and use or it's probably
like I said, be able to answer it because it's like I don't know who this agent long.
Let me see. Longfellow.
That's what my friends call me.
Lady friend. Let's see. Longfellow.
It might be a tank.
Yeah, that's the first image that I got here. But still. Yeah, I just keep seeing images of a tank, so I'm assuming that's what it is.
That'd be cool. Scale tank.
But it looks like it's a Cobra joint, so hold on. Yeah,
Look up Dragonfly.
That looks Cobra. Those look like Cobra colors. Who knows though? This is probably just somebody guessing or like a fucking render.
Probably.
What's the chat? What's that chat say?
What is that?
Yeah. Some sort of Humvee type shit tank.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I'm assuming this would have to be for the Joes, not
like
Cobra.
what another.
Yeah, we need Herb, but I got nothing on this. Looks
like I said,
cool.
it was just like I was waiting for him, but I'm like, yo, I don't. Yeah. But I'm like, is this like another his tank? I know it's not like another his tank, but it's like what? It's right? The same.
Looks like it. I don't know if No Doubt will be successful because the Joe fan base is rabid to give the money away. So they'll have no problem getting it funded.
Yeah, they're a lot more passionate and a lot more forgiving than Star Wars and Marvel.
Well,
Yeah.
Star Wars and Marvel, they've been kind of doing their fans dirty. At least the Joe team, they actually listened to their, like when they started that wave of like the Fortnite video game skin, they had like the bright reflective colors. Everybody said, hey, we don't want these. Where are the classics? And they didn't go classic, but they went more modern designs and made them look a little more tactical. And that's when you started seeing people get really excited about it.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
If they had stuck to their guns and kept giving them like weird, shiny paints and shit like that from that little pretty unsuccessful mobile game,
yeah,
that the excitement wouldn't be nowhere near where it is right now.
The first wave wasn't really all that, but yeah, once they started actually giving you like military fatigues and stuff like that, like Man, like I said the other day, it's like sometimes I just walk across and I see some figures and I'm like, I want to get this, but I don't even mess with Joe's like that. Like it just looks like fun figures. Like
Which ones did you see?
the bazooka one, like I told Nick last time, but the one that has the
The jersey and the
yeah
rocket.
yeah the
Yeah.
Oh
rocket
yeah,
launcher, that one looks
that one
fun,
looks
dude.
cool.
And
And
then
you got the fucking porn stash.
yeah,
Bro had it going
and
on.
they had that dude who has the tiger shirt and he's all old and everything, and he just looked cool. He
Yeah.
had like an orange shirt and he had a tiger on it. I was like, man, that looks dope.
Oh yeah, I picked that one up.
Yeah, he looks cool. But I was
Yeah.
like, I'm not gonna spend money in this line because I'm not really invested. It just looks like cool figures.
Yeah, I don't know shit about Joe's,
Yeah.
but I have like 5.
That's how it ends up being, man.
Yeah.
Me,
It gets worse when you start buying army builders.
Yeah. Like I have zero knowledge of who this is and what his story's about. But I was like, it's Frankenstein. He's cool looking.
Frankenstein? No, I don't know.
Like DC Frankenstein. I don't know nothing about him. Why does he have a sword? Who knows? Why does he have a gun that looks like a steampunk train thing? Who
I
knows?
think the only time I've ever seen DC Frankenstein was like what Future's End, and I don't even know why he was in that story. It was just like certain parts in the beginning of the comic book of each issue. It just showed him.
Weird. Apparently that's what he is too. Like they haven't really given him a devoted comic in a while, and I'm like, but y'all made a figure out of him. It's like, okay, well, I guess
That's
he's about to
that's
have his own show, movie, or something. Like, so I'm like, whatever, man.
the characters like that are perfect James Gunn territory.
Yeah.
Like people don't know about him. He can almost do whatever the fuck he wants, and people won't bitch about that's not how that character is supposed to be because almost nobody, except like real hardcore comic nerds, know who that character even is.
Who cared about the authenticity of Peacemaker? Like, like nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, Peacemaker wasn't even hardly in comics until the John Cena joint. Now he's got his own. I don't know if he's got 1 or maybe 2 series like running it now, but you go to the comic book shop and he's got at least 2 titles on the
For sure.
weekly title track.
I seen that too. I was like, man, they're already running with this. It's like, okay,
Yeah,
show was awesome.
Yeah, season 2 is on the way.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Nick, step out.
No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, cool.
Like my thing is like cutting in and out. I think that's it. Like even the stream is just like, yeah, y'all already just ran its course. Ain't nothing else.
Oh,
Oh fuck! Nick really did. Nick really did this, Bell.
how are we supposed to end this?
I don't know.
Well, I'm Plastic Thunder on IG, Instagram, Johnny on Facebook. Probably see me post shit in any of these groups. So you can find me at. I'll be buying, hopefully posting some photography stuff soon. So yeah, that's it for me.
All right. Well, I'm Hot Cheeto Fingers on Instagram and on YouTube. I don't really post much there, but maybe one day.
I'll follow you, man.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Like,
I
follow,
don't do shit on there, but I should be posting some painted shit hopefully on Instagram. So, yep. I'll see you guys. And cool shirt, Fidel.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it.
Oh yeah.
It's a Black Dahlia murder.
All
It's
right.
a band.
You're gonna have to break that down for me.
Yeah. No, it's a band, and the lead singer
Okay.
recently passed away and went to the concert because they started up again. But yeah. I'm Commander. I guess my Instagram is Commander Kit Bash, and yeah, I just post figures from time to time and stuff that I make. My name's Fidel. That's about it.
Right.
Hell yeah. Start 3D printing, man.
Yeah, I'm going to. now that I see your stuff, I'm like, man, I should get back
You
into
can do it. You could do it.
All right, bet. Come over,
All right.
like help me out.
For sure.
All right, finally, yeah. I'm Nick.
Yeah.
This is my show. See ya.
Bye.
All right, y'all. It's been real. I'm stepping out. I'll catch y'all.
See you guys.
Causing trouble in the chat.
Later, everybody.
Bye.
Peace.